If you want to know the real story behind aging, look at how people used to eat before hospitals were always full. For most of human history, breakfast wasn't a bowl of something bright and crunchy pulled from a box. It was whatever was simple, whole, and close at hand. Our bodies were built over thousands of years to run on that kind of fuel. There's one food sitting in your kitchen right now that fits that description perfectly. It costs pennies, takes minutes to make, and when you eat it every single morning, it quietly triggers a full-body rescue mission in your eyes, your brain, your liver, your bones, and your skin all at once. Most people have no idea it's doing any of this. They just know it as breakfast. By the end of this video, you'll never look at it the same way again. If you want more of these deep dives into the everyday things secretly running your health, subscribe now so you don't miss what's next. Let's start with the one benefit you're probably feeling the effects of right now while you're staring at this screen. Every day, your eyes are bombarded by harsh, unnatural blue light from phones, TVs, and the sun. Over decades, that relentless exposure quietly damages the retina at the back of your eye. And it's a primary reason older adults lose sharp, central vision and start struggling to recognize faces or read small text. It happens so gradually that most people don't notice until they're squinting at a menu or holding their phone at arm's length just to make out the words. Hidden inside the deep yellow center of a boiled egg are two powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. When you digest an egg, your body sends these protective compounds straight to your retinas, where they weave together into a microscopic shield like a thick forest canopy, blocking harsh sunlight from burning the plants underneath. They absorb and trap damaging light before it can harm your vision. And you can find similar antioxidants in dark leafy greens, but your body actually struggles to extract them from raw plants. Kale and spinach look impressive on paper, but a lot of that benefit never makes it into your bloodstream. Because the nutrients in egg yolk come packaged with healthy fats, your body absorbs them almost completely. No juicing, no supplements, no complicated prep required. Clinical observations show that adding just a few egg yolks to a daily routine meaningfully increases this protective layer within weeks, lowering the long-term risk of vision loss. It's a small, quiet investment now that pays off decades down the road in the form of still being able to read a book or recognize a grandchild's face across a room. While those antioxidants are building a canopy for your eyes, a completely different nutrient from that same egg is traveling to rescue your brain. It's incredibly common to lose a word on the tip of your tongue or walk into a room and forget why you went there. Most people write this off as just getting older, but often it's a straightforward lack of a nutrient called choline, something almost nobody gets enough of. Studies suggest well over 90% of adults fall short of the recommended amount. Your brain uses choline to build the physical bridges that connect your thoughts and memories. Every time you recall a moment or learn a name, your brain sends signals across those bridges, and without enough choline, they get weak and fragile, and messages start dropping along the way. A boiled egg happens to be one of the richest, most easily absorbed sources of choline on the planet, far more concentrated than most vegetables or grains could ever offer. Researchers tracking cognitive health in older adults consistently find that people with a higher choline intake perform better on memory tests and stay sharper for longer, holding on to that mental clarity well into their 70s and 80s. It's like handing a stonemason a steady supply of fresh mortar to keep a historic bridge standing. Without it, the structure slowly crumbles, no matter how well it was built in the first place. That same choline then heads down into your liver to do something just as important. Your liver is your body's master filter, clearing toxins and processing everything you eat. But as we age, fat can quietly build up inside liver tissue. Left unchecked, that buildup makes the liver sluggish and drags down your energy across the board, leaving you feeling tired and foggy even after a full night's sleep. Choline steps in as a natural binding agent. It grabs onto stagnant fat trapped in the liver, bundles it up, and escorts it out into the bloodstream to be burned for energy instead of left to accumulate in the dark. Without enough choline, that fat has nowhere to go and just keeps piling up, silently, year after year, until it starts affecting how your entire body functions. Researchers studying liver health have flagged a choline-rich diet as one of the most effective, natural ways to prevent this kind of fat accumulation, and a daily boiled egg gives your liver exactly what it needs to sweep itself clean. No detox tea or expensive supplement required. Drop a comment right now telling me if you already eat eggs daily or if this is convincing you to start. That cleanup sets the stage for what an egg does to your blood sugar, a benefit that traces back to our ancient ancestors. For most of human history, sweet, heavily processed food simply didn't exist, and our bodies evolved to run on scarce natural resources, not a constant stream of refined carbohydrates. Today's constant flood of processed sugar exhausts that system until it stops listening to the signals meant to clear sugar away. And that quiet numbness is a hidden root of stubborn belly fat and chronic tiredness that so many people just accept as normal. A boiled egg contains 0 carbohydrates and is balanced purely between protein and natural fat, so it requires essentially no insulin response to digest. Eating it gives an exhausted system a moment of real quiet, like stepping into a peaceful cabin after years in a loud, crowded room. Your ears finally stop ringing, and you can hear a whisper again. Over a few weeks, that numbness fades, and your body starts burning stored fat instead of hoarding it, and many people report feeling noticeably steadier throughout the day, without the sugar crashes and energy dips that used to hit every afternoon. That recovery naturally solves another everyday struggle, midday cravings and mindless snacking. A carb-heavy breakfast like toast or cereal digests almost instantly, like tossing dry pine needles on a fire, a quick, bright flash that burns out within hours and leaves you hungry again, reaching for something sugary by mid-morning just to keep going. A boiled egg is the opposite. Packed with complete protein, it forces your digestive tract to work slowly and deliberately, like placing a dense oak log on that same fire, slow, steady heat for hours instead of a brief spike. Clinical trials on morning eating habits found that adults who ate eggs for breakfast produced significantly less of the hormone that drives hunger. And because of that slow digestion, they naturally ate hundreds of fewer calories across the rest of the day, without forcing themselves to diet at all, without counting a single calorie or fighting off cravings through sheer willpower. Their bodies simply felt satisfied, and that satisfaction did the work automatically. While your stomach keeps you full, those nutrients move into your bloodstream to tackle something that's confused people for decades: cholesterol. If you're over 40, you've probably heard the old warning to limit eggs to protect your heart, a rule that got repeated so often it became accepted as fact. But recent nutritional science has thoroughly overturned that idea. Picture your blood vessels as a fast-moving river. Bad cholesterol is the sticky mud that builds up along the banks and narrows the flow. For years, people assumed eggs just dumped more mud into the river, but the actual research shows the opposite. Eating a boiled egg increases your body's production of good, protective cholesterol. Think of it as a fleet of sea sponges floating down the river, actively soaking up that sticky mud and carrying it away before it ever has the chance to settle. In long-term clinical trials tracking adults over several years, people who ate eggs daily did not have a higher risk of heart problems, and their bodies actually got better at clearing the dangerous buildup. The healthy fats in eggs also help reshape bad cholesterol particles from small and sticky into larger, fluffier ones that simply float past without catching on the banks at all, essentially changing the shape of the mud so it can't stick in the first place. That clean, flowing blood creates the perfect environment for your body to focus on its foundation, your bones and muscles. Starting in our 30s, we slowly lose muscle mass and bone density, a quiet process that over decades leads to the frailty and loss of balance behind so many falls in older adults, falls that are often the single event that changes someone's independence for good. To slow this down, your body needs specific building blocks, and boiled eggs provide them directly. They contain all the essential amino acids your body uses to knit torn muscle fibers back together, the exact same repair process that happens every time you walk up a flight of stairs or carry groceries in from the car. Just as importantly, eggs contain a highly absorbable form of vitamin D. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without vitamin D, your bones can't absorb a single drop of it. Think of vitamin D as the root system of a tree. Without roots, water in the soil doesn't matter at all, no matter how much of it is available. Studies on aging populations show that people who pair complete protein with natural vitamin D dramatically slow the loss of bone density, keeping their strength, mobility, and independence well into later life, staying active and capable long after their peers have started relying on canes or walkers. That same structural repair eventually reaches the surface, showing up as a quiet transformation in your skin, hair, and nails. Every day your skin absorbs environmental damage from sun and air that slowly breaks down its firmness, leading to wrinkles and dullness that seem to appear almost overnight, even though the damage was building for years. The blend of vitamins in a boiled egg acts like rain on dry earth, encouraging your body to shed old, tired outer layers the way a tree drops dead leaves to make room for new growth. At the same time, the pure protein in the egg feeds the roots of your hair and the beds of your nails, giving your body exactly what it needs to produce strong keratin, keeping nails from turning brittle and hair from thinning and snapping, the kind of subtle changes people often chalk up to stress or bad luck when the real cause is simply a lack of raw materials. It's a steady renewal process working from your cells outward, offering a glow no expensive cream can replicate because it's addressing the actual source instead of just sitting on top of the skin. It's genuinely remarkable how much quiet, protective work gets triggered by something this basic, scrubbing sticky cholesterol from your arteries, reinforcing the fragile bridges in your brain, shielding your eyes from harsh light, calming an exhausted metabolism, and renewing your skin from the inside out. We spend so much time and money chasing complicated solutions to aging when one of the most powerful, protective foods on the planet is probably already sitting in your kitchen. Before we wrap up, it's worth talking about how you actually prepare and eat these for the best results, because the method matters more than people realize. Boiling is the gentlest way to cook an egg. It protects the delicate antioxidants and choline from the kind of heat damage that frying or scrambling at high temperatures can cause. A soft or medium boil, somewhere around 6 to 8 minutes, tends to preserve the most nutrients while still making the yolk easy to digest. Try to eat the whole egg, yolk included, since almost every benefit we've covered today lives inside that yolk. The whites are mostly just protein, with very little of the choline, lutein, or vitamin D that make this food so powerful. Most healthy adults can comfortably eat 1 to 2 eggs a day as part of a balanced diet, though if you have specific cholesterol concerns or an existing health condition, it's worth checking with your doctor first, since individual needs can vary. Pair your boiled egg with something like whole grain toast or a handful of vegetables, and you've got a breakfast that's doing more for your long-term health than almost anything else you could put on a plate that morning. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for a bowl of cereal or a piece of toast, consider boiling an egg. Instead, your heart, your brain, and your future self will thank you for it. If this changed how you think about your morning routine, hit that like button, drop a comment below with which facts surprised you the most, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more videos like this, breaking down the hidden science behind everyday habits, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one. Stay healthy.